that girl. You should know I don't give in till I'm floored. Put your feelings aside, give that wild shot a try. Let's ride. No one does it better. Put your feelings aside, throw yourself out in the night. Let's ride. Let's ride. I don't wanna be like you. I don't wanna do the things you do. Come this way and ride with me. Ride with me. Ride with me. Put your feelings aside. Give that wild shot a try. Let's ride. No one does it better. Put your feelings aside. Throw yourself out in the night. Let's ride. Let's ride. No, I'm not that girl. No one does it better. No, I'm not that girl. No one does it better. No, I'm not that girl. I don't wanna be like you. I don't wanna do the things you do. Come this way and ride with me. Ride with me. Ride with me. Put your feelings aside. Give that wild shot a try. Let's ride. No one does it better. Put your feelings aside. Throw yourself out in the night. Let's ride. Let's ride. No, I'm not that girl. No one does it better. No, I'm not that girl. No one does it better. No, I'm not that girl.
Happy Monday, everyone. Who do you think Dominik is going to face tonight? Word on the street is it's your boy, Good Mic Work. Actually, I'm not sure. It's probably going to be Finn Balor. We don't know. But that is kind of the big advertised match for Raw tonight. We are here to watch it together. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. I am attempting to get my TV turned on because I wasn't completely set up here. I want to at least get the football game on. And I believe tonight is what? Giants Steelers, right? We'll try to eyeball this game as we watch Monday Night Raw with 3 minutes to go until the show starts. And we got this, I don't know, whatever this show is wrapping up. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. It's good to see A-Diz 411, Gilbert, Jay Lambo, Tatanani, Mike Witt, Red Raven Rucker in here early. Low audience so far. Yeah, Tatanani, the Survivor Series 1990 link for Sunday is already up. When we were doing the watch along last night, I didn't think I remembered doing that one, but I guess it was you that said we did. I started looking through the videos and I was like, we haven't done that one. So the link for Sunday's watch along is already up. Survivor Series 1990, Gobbledygooker, and the debut of Undertaker, Hogan and Warrior doing the match of survival thing at the end. We're going to watch that one on Sunday. Good to see Barry, K-Dogs, Kennel, what's up? Mike Witt's got $5 for us. Hey, Greg and chat. The former champ Dom is facing former WCW World Champion David Arquette. It might be David Arquette. David Arquette was, what did I read? David Arquette was pulled from an indie show along with RJ City. Maybe David Arquette's coming to work with Dominik Mysterio tonight. That would be hilarious. I would be very much in favor of that if that's what they did. I'm all about having some fun. With Monday Night Football going on, tonight's to go home to Crown Jewel. I don't really know what we could really set up that hasn't been set up already, or what we could see that could potentially be noteworthy or newsworthy or earth-shattering tonight. I don't think we're going to see anything like that. So, just the final build to Crown Jewel, I suppose. All right. right, get my volume up here. All right, I'm ready to go. Cheers to you. Definitely going to have a cold one tonight as this is my day off, Mondays. Hey, that bald lady there, she was on weeds. Like near the end, she got in like a hotel room fist fight with Nancy Botwin. It was gnarly. Nancy like ripped her earring out. Oh my God. Batista versus Dom. I'd be into that. What's up, Yuchiro? Good to see you. Good to see Rodrigo as well. Joe Brill, JR Falls, David Brown. Anybody else showing up? Good to see you guys. Chris Jericho for Dom. No, Jericho. I read somewhere that Jericho is apparently under contract to another wrestling company somewhere. I forget their name, but apparently he works there. She was on weed, you say. Yes, she was on weeds. She was on weeds, plural, not weed, not just the one weed. My old boss back in North Carolina, he was an Egyptian immigrant. You know, in the restaurant business, if you're real busy, if you're a server in the restaurant business and you're real busy, it's called being in the weeds. But he didn't know like the terminology, and I was managing and I was trying to talk to one of my servers about something. He goes, "Leave her alone. She's in her weeds." And I had to be like, that's not how it goes. She's not in her own weeds. Like, it's not her own separate weed. She's in the weeds. And I had to explain it and break it down for him. She's in her weeds. Don't talk to her. She's in her weeds. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let's kick off Raw. Keep in mind, I'm watching on DirecTV Stream. It's a streaming app, so I tend to be about 30 seconds behind. Plus, there's about another 20-second YouTube delay from the point of me speaking to you guys hearing it. So in total, I'm probably going to be about a minute behind where y'all are for these watch-alongs. That's the way it usually tends to be. That's why on the classic watch-alongs, we got the timer. But we can't do a timer on Mondays. It's kind of hard. So we just got to watch. Oop, my microphone's running away. Here we go. Mike went 8 more days, if you know what I mean. Oh, I know what you mean. Probably going to be no Raw watch-along next Monday because I think it's taped in Saudi, and I might be at work next Monday night because I'm not going to be working on Election Day. I don't want to be there. God, the way they bring this belt in this case is so ridiculous. It is so dumb the way they have this thing under security. Like the Secret Service has to accompany this gaudy, ugly belt. So they still have not revealed the mystery opponent, which makes me think it's got to be Finn Balor. Seth, that's how you're coming in the building, in the freight elevator? Seth's like, I'm coming in the back way. Oh yeah, we did watch a little bit of the NXT Halloween Havoc last night. Damn, K-Dog. 20 years at your job as a Walmart manager. That's incredible. I suppose it's possible we could see the Bloodline tonight. I think they're in Hershey, right? Same place where Halloween Havoc was. So I'm not sure what Jay's demeanor is because he's probably coming off a really big high from Friday, helping cost the Bloodline the tags, but he's also coming off a low last Monday where he dropped his IC title. Back to Breaker, so we'll see. Good to see Angie. What's up? Angie's in here as well. JA87. We've got Big J. Good to see y'all tonight. Man, Monday Night Football just kills fucking viewership, doesn't it? We got 31 people in here. My God.
The tag team champions with the Bloodline. Defended against the Motor City Machine Guns. You're playing with the Sharks now, boys. Matchup underway for the tag team titles.
I'm surprised how much chatter the Motor City Machine Guns winning the titles is. Like, won them so fast. I'm like, so did the team they beat. Who are they in the ring with? Tama and Tonga Loa. How long have they been around? Weeks.
Jey Uso. From behind now, Solo Sikoa. Another beat down of Jimmy.
Boris, big love from the UK. Right on, man. Good to see Chase in here as well. Thanks for staying up, I guess late, right? You're 8 hours ahead of me, I think, 8 or 9. So it's after midnight where you are. Oh, yeah, shit. World Series. Duh. We should be watching that. I forgot. Does the World Series pick back up tonight? I guess it does, huh? Yeah. Does it? Yeah. Who has the World Series? Fox? I'm so out of the loop. There we go. Oh, yeah. I guess we should watch the World Series. I'm not putting the football game on. I'm putting World Series on. All right, so World Series and Monday Night Raw. Boy, I tell you what, Yankees better win. Why is my TV asking if I want to watch in 4K? Yes, of course I do. What kind of question is that? Oh, now it's going to act all glitchy? All right. What the fuck? My TV is glitching out. Hey, there's Yeet. Hey, he looks pretty happy. He's got his pink shirt on. He's doing his whole crowd entrance that he did not do last week. All right, so this is definitely not the same Hershey Park Arena that some of my favorite wrestling shows have been in. This much looks like a much newer facility than that old-ass building from back in the day. Who's from the Hershey area? What can y'all tell me about this building?
Losing his championship is so beloved and respected and connected in every way to these fans.
Who's this guy coming out? Rapping at the World Series? Who is that? Why do I look familiar? Fat Joe? Is it Fat Joe? Is that who that is? I don't know.
The Intercontinental Championship must have felt like the lowest of lows for Jey Uso, and at least a smidge of revenge for Jey Uso this past Friday on Raw, costing the Bloodline.
So we'll see. I mean, this is going to be a Jey Uso promo here. We'll see if the Bloodline makes an appearance here or if he's just going to talk up maybe this week's SmackDown, because this Friday's SmackDown has already been taped, but Jay is going to be cutting his promo here from the perspective that it's not been taped yet. So I don't know if he's not going to reveal too much, even though we see a moment there with him, Jimmy, and Roman on Friday. Technically, his character hasn't done that yet, so we'll see how he is here on the mic.
Wrapping their arms around him here in their own way. Eating, celebrating this man.
What's this guy doing? Is he rapping the national anthem or something?
You're absolutely right, Joe. This place is buzzing.
If we had that happen yet, we had a... I'm sure that'll please the MAGAs, won't it? Okay, so he's not rapping the anthem, he's just rapping. Damn, Angie, your husband's working at LaGuardia and he wanted to go to the World Series, but yeah, I bet the tickets are crazy. I couldn't even imagine. Yankee Stadium, World Series against the Dodgers, no less. It's an absolute must-win for New York. They cannot lose this game. All right, so it's still day one-ish going on here for Jey Uso. He hasn't said anything yet, but he is in the ring. Oh, okay. Oh, he's rapping Lean Back from 05? I kind of know what that is. Hey, I was right about that being Fat Joe. That makes me happy that I, like, recognized his face, and I said, that's Fat Joe, because I don't really know much about Fat Joe. I know a lot about Ice Cube, though. All right, we have gone through a full loop of Jay's song. It is 10 minutes past the hour, and Jay's intro has just finished. Took 10 minutes for him to get from the concession stands to the ring. He's in my city.
Hey, a lot happened over this past couple weeks, dudes. I lost my Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, you had a quick run with that belt.
Had some Bloodline family drama. Had to go retaliate. So I went to SmackDown, and I cost them the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, Jay. You just got to go cost him.
There's only one Oos who I want to talk to, and you know who he is.
Oh. What music is this? Oh, it's Jimmy. Here comes Jimmy. Barry, what are these names? Ice Cube, Fat Joe? They're rappers. Ice Cube, he's related to Ice-T, who's related to Mr. T, who's related to Mr. Coffee. And then a distant cousin is Vanilla Ice. Also, if you're wondering, Bobby Pin and Billy Club are related. So is, and their cousin is Tommy Gunn. All right, we've already seen the brothers kind of come back together. So it's going to be funny if Jimmy, in a live environment, asks Jay to be on SmackDown on Friday, and then Jay's like, yeah, I'll be there. Very smart of them having the Motor Cities pick up the tags on Friday instead of on the tape show. I really like that impromptu angle. That was smart. That's recognizing you got a tape show coming up. Probably have a bigger effect if you do that title change live.
I'm here on Monday Night Raw. In the middle of this ring. To look you face to face. Eye to eye.
Eye to eye. Oos to oos.
Thank you.
I wish their match at WrestleMania was better than it was. It wasn't good. It sucks because I love the Usos.
Because Us, we need to be together to take down Solo and his bloodline. They not the ones. Me and you. And guess what? We not the ones either.
Oh, you're not the ones? Yes, you're the ones. Are we the ones? Is that a slogan that's taken from something else? Because I swear the other day I saw like an 80-year-old man walking down the street with a We the Ones shirt. And I'm like, is that a Uso shirt? But I think it was referencing a sports team. So I think all sports teams like to say We the Ones.
Guess what though? A lot's happened since then. Guess what though? They know us now. They don't get us confused now. They know you Jimmy now. They know I'm Jay now.
That's true.
They know you as No Deep now. They know me as Z now. Watch this. Hey, I became Intercontinental Champion by myself. Just me. Ooh.
Yeah, Juliet, it was smart. I said the same thing on Saturday on the podcast. I'm like, it was really smart of them to do the title change on Friday. Just don't feel like it would have landed if we all knew what we were going to see, you know, on the taped show.
Top being your twin brother.
Apparently there's an Iceberg Slim. Never heard of him.
Fixed them. But I'm telling you, Moose, this go around.
You got to keep my knowledge in the 90s there.
We ain't nobody's do-boys, all right? We ain't nobody's side piece.
Side piece.
Ain't no yes men. Hey, we grown men. So we do it together. You beat Jimmy, I beat Jay, and we beat the no!
Okay. You still have to reconcile with Roman. I mean, they're going to probably win the tag belts back, I would assume.
All right. OTC will be there Friday night SmackDown. How about you come through?
Yeah, see, I knew he would do that. He's going to invite him to a show he already was at. That's great.
What you say? I'll make sure he's there. From you.
How funny would it be if Jey didn't show up on Friday?
I'll be there, Rose.
I'll be there. I'll be there because I was already there.
So we good.
Oh, who's coming? Bloodline, look out! That's the Tongans.
Solo and Jacob Tomo Saga, they have arrived. Jay's saying we still gotta fix stuff. They gotta fix this situation right now. This was looking like a real happy story. Solo Sikoa and now Jacob Fatu enters the fray. Jacob Fatu in that corner.
Come on, let's get a Braun Breaker run in or something.
Super kick to Jay. This just was not destined to be.
Oh, Iceberg Slim was back in the 1960s? I have no idea who that is.
Simply going too well, and this is payback for costing the Tigers the tag team championships this past Friday.
I don't like the fact that I was born 7 years after the 60s ended.
We're able to take advantage. After what
Oh,
Jay
no.
created, and now
Who's going to come? I'm about to say there's 4 on 2 here. Can we get any help?
to watch his twin brother, who just had accepted the invitation, to say we need to go talk to Roman. Jacob Fatu, Samoan werewolf.
Come on, get Braun Breaker out there. Let's turn him face right now. Oh, he's gonna hip attack Jay's head. That's Pillmaned in the chair in the corner. This can't be good. Jay's gonna get out of this. Oh. Double super kick him.
Bouncing off Jacob Fatu, though. Teaming up to send him out of the ring. Solo set the orders.
I mean, it's too bad the Bloodline isn't still the tag champs because Usos regaining those would be pretty sweet. Yeah, is Adam Pearce, like, what would Adam Pearce's character have to say about this? You know, he's got SmackDown guys invading here.
This Friday on SmackDown, that is Carpets. Jimmy said he'll make sure Roman is there. Jay's ready for the conversation.
Oh, he was the first well-known pimp. Well, I'm not very. I guess I'm not brushed up on my pimp history, my pimp knowledge. I'll work on that.
Except at the wait for payday. When life doesn't wait for you to get paid. Introducing MyPay from Chime, a revolutionary new way of getting your pay when you want. Get up to $500 of your pay.
Chase, I'm hoping Sammy will be involved in this storyline. Oh yeah, Sammy could have ran out there. Maybe it's still a little bit too early. I think you have to get through Crown Jewel first, and then when you build for Survivor Series. They got War Games, and then they realize they need one more guy, and Jay can be like, I know just the guy. I still think Sammy, he has to be a part of this. And there would really be no excuse for him not to be at this point because he's not really doing anything with anyone else at the moment, I don't think, right? He's got no ongoing issue or feud, really, at the moment. So I'd be insulted if he wasn't a part of it at this point. All right, Otani is at bat. Apparently he's all right. He got hurt the other night. Guess he's in there, though. God, already Christmas shit. Halloween isn't even for like a couple more days. Christmas already. Oh yeah, Michael Kumo, I forgot you're like wicked, crazy, outlandishly old. I forgot about that. You're older than me. You were being born 7 years before the 70s. Okay, so you're 7 years before the 70s. I was 7 years after the 60s. Right on. Yeah, you got some years on me, man. Feels good and not to be the only oldest one in the stream. If you have old people jokes, direct them to our friend Michael. Because he loves them. Like, what was the 60s like, dude? I forgot what year it was. I think it was in the 60s sometime. Might have been early 70s. Or there was some, I guess it was like a news thing or something to where it was like the official switch from black and white to color. And it like did it in like real time, like live. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about here. But if you look it up, you'll see. And I don't know, might be a governor or I don't know, something. And now we're gonna flip the switch, and then it like turns to color. Even when I was a kid, having a color TV was different than a regular TV. It had to be a color TV. Oh, 7 years after the 70s. Oh, okay. I thought I had that wrong. So never mind, you're not old. Damn it. Here I thought we had a 60-year-old in here. Turns out Michael's 10 years younger than me. Yes, the Juliet Survivor Series 1990. The link is up. We're going to be watching that on Sunday. And we'll try to knock out a few Survivor Series as we lead into this year's Survivor Series. Also, I have this Saturday's Crown Jewel review link also up. I'm not going to do a watch along for that because it airs way too early in the morning here for me. So about an hour or two after the show goes off the air, I'll catch up on what I missed and come up here for a live review on Saturday. Why are we showing WrestleMania 40? Why are we showing this? Cody's mom. Okay, just more WrestleMania shit. Okay. It kind of gets annoying. I don't want to hear WWE touting their numbers for this WrestleMania when they're gouging the F out of the ticket sales. Can't brag about that. Hey, look how badly we fucked you over. It's the highest grossing WrestleMania. Tickets only been on sale for 9 minutes. We've already broke all the records. Pierce is mad at Nick Aldis. Hello, Judgment Day. I like Raquel's shirt. And I like Liv's shorts. I like a lot of what's going on here. I like Dom's Latino cheat. Oh, Damian Priest. I thought for sure it would be Finn Balor. Okay, so it's going to be Priest.
There was a reason why we all called it punishment.
Yeah, I know. But why don't you guys believe in me? You know what? I'm gonna go out there by myself. I'm gonna prove to you guys that I can become.
Why don't you guys believe in me? None of you believe in me.
Thank you. Alright, so you guys stay back here.
I really, really want to like Raquel, but sometimes the way she just looked right at the camera just then, like she didn't know where she was supposed to look.
So Ludwig Kaiser, you see him there. He was with Gunther attacking Cody Rhodes. That brings much of the energy surrounding Saturday's Crown Jewel. But for now, Kaiser is his own first.
Must we have a close-up of Ludwig's horrendous haircut and humongous ears and very disturbingly hairless body? Oh God, Dodgers are up 2-0 already in the first. Yikes. 355-foot home run. That's Freddie. That's the guy who hit the grand slam in game 1. Hit a 100 mile per hour fastball over the fence. All right, Yankees. Any Yankees fans in the chat? Might not be a good World Series for y'all. Yeah, I wanted it to be David Arquette, too. That would have been so fun. Okay, Tato Shona, you're so old. When you were around, the Burger King was a prince. You're so old, your social security number's 1.
Last week, Kaiser told Sheamus he is out to end the Celtic Warriors' career. Sheamus breaking Kaiser's ribs a couple of months ago. This is some serious unfinished business. Not wasting any time, are they? Absolutely not. These two
Sheamus and Ludwig.
and I'll tell you something else. Getting in there with Sheamus, you have to stop.
Man, I didn't even listen to Lillian. It kind of didn't register that she's out there. Hopefully she does a little better this week. She felt a little rusty last Monday.
There is nothing artistic about what these two are about to do to one another.
Nothing very artistic about some of the recent efforts of Sheamus. As we saw him against Pete Dunne in a match that was unlike anything we've seen before recently. That Donnybrook.
I mean, if the Dodgers end up sweeping here, you know, would Freeman be the MVP? A couple of big jacks, you know. Game 3, starting them off, getting them rolling up 2-0, you know, when they're already up 2-0 in the series. After his heroics in game 1, I don't know how you. I don't know what their pitching has been doing, but I feel like that guy's on the short list, right? Oh.
With the basement drop kick as Sheamus was on the apron.
You're so old you were a busboy at the Last Supper. That's true, man. Oof.
Lost about every other championship in existence, aside from, of course, the Intercontinental Championship, which Sheamus will not forget about.
Ludwig Kaiser really working now on that left arm and shoulder of Sheamus.
Well, this is really impressive from Kaiser. We're about 3 or 4 minutes into this match. You're very rarely...
Yeah, the Lions ripped the absolute heads off the Titans yesterday and drank their blood. Massacre.
They were back here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, as he continues to try to work on that left hand, but this time Sheamus able to interrupt that action.
Oh, Ludwig. Doink.
Kaiser came up with a win by pinfall against Sheamus. That was on Monday Night Raw from here in Hershey. Big shot by the Celtic Warrior.
Yeah, I feel like this is now that we have the announcement of who Dominik is going to face tonight. This is a weak Monday Night Raw. I don't think we're going to see anything that great tonight, to be honest. Powerbomb him into the Prime Station. Oh, I really want to see somebody just go into that.
Look at this! What a reversal! Perhaps the only thing Ludwig Kaiser could have done there. Oh!
He blasts him into the steel steps. It was a beautiful counter by Kaiser, but then Sheamus gets the best of him.
Sheamus might have banged his head in the process, but that was literally the only pathway out of that.
Yeah, that Hail Mary in the
Ludwig Kaiser, what a
Washington game, I thought immediately of Seth Rollins in that. Like, oh, he must be pulling his yellow hair out.
this one is going to continue.
Oh, Big J, you're a Yankees fan. All right, man. I'm pulling for you. I don't really care too much who wins this World Series. You'd think I'd root for the Dodgers, but I'm more of a Padres fan, so I don't really have any love for the Dodgers, really. The only time I've ever rooted for the Yankees was in 2001, right after 9/11. I thought it would be good for them to win. Country could use that, and they lost. They lost to Arizona. I'm like, my God.
And tasty fiber into one delicious cereal? It took a lot of brainstorming. Get it? Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch. 2 scoops of delicious.
At Dog Chow, we believe helping dogs
Yeah, Chiefs need to lose.
should be simple. That's why Dog Chow
I really want a Chiefs and Lions Super Bowl because that would be an awesome family feud with my family because my sister and brother-in-law are Chiefs people. The rest of us are Lions people.
There's no place like Target to shop everything we
And every time I've been over to my sister's house for Chiefs games, they've won, including 2 Super Bowls. So I'm considered their good luck charm. So I'm expected to be there this year, especially if they go to the Super Bowl. So if it turns out to be Chiefs and Lions, I'm like, well, I'm hoping I'm going to be the Lions' good luck charm because I'll be rooting for them.
is a force of nature, made with supercharged botanical blends. Our sulfate-free formulas deeply penetrate to boost hair health.
Oh, good. I got to get this shampoo that has botanical blends.
You? Really?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
It's Halloween. Your giant candies.
You have a point.
Run for your lives!
He's a little dramatic.
Yeah, I know. Seth was at the game yesterday. That's just hilarious.
Does this say I don't know?
I don't know. You a cop?
Hey,
I'm glad he was able to be at the game yesterday and be at Raw tonight.
It's a new thing.
I got baked. I got twice baked. I got Idaho shoestring. I got Idaho crinkle cut. I got Idaho waffle fries. How about some Hasselbeck shirts and wedges? Want to look for some cots?
Make Thanksgiving an unforgettable event this year with inspiring designs from living spaces. Create a warm, inviting atmosphere where everyone feels welcome and comfortable as you bring together pieces that offer great style and quality. From dining sets starting at just $2.50 to extension tables and sectionals. Find everything you need to host a special gathering.
You put Mahomes over Montana? Damn. Mahomes, all I can think about now is how he sounds exactly like Kenny Powers. That's the only way I think of him now. Whenever he talks, I just think of Kenny Powers.
Friday Night SmackDown. Live. Fridays at 8 on USA.
Man, the Yankees better turn things around here. It's going to be rough.
Monday Night Raw coming to you from Hershey, Pennsylvania. 5 days away until Crown Jewel. We found out just moments ago the mystery opponent for Dom Mysterio is going to be Damian Priest in our main event tonight. This is Ludwig Kaiser against Sheamus and Wade. 15 years ago this week, Sheamus competed in his first Monday Night Raw match, October 26, 2009.
Simply getting better by the week too. As is Ludwig Kaiser, who has to be at his tip-top best here tonight. If he is going to be the Celtic Warrior.
Ludwig Kaiser trying to line it up.
Oh, I'm rooting for Sheamus in this one. Knock him out, Sheamus. Mike765, hope you're having a great Monday as well. 2-year member. Mondays are always great for me, but they're not always great for the rest of the world. Mondays can suck. I've been lucky where every Monday that I've had has been my Saturday, so I don't get a case of the Mondays. I look forward to Mondays. Happy Monday, Yeet, Daniel Malcolm. I love the ticket thing in the corner. Coming to a city near you. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, that's right down the road. I'm checking how much an Uber to Saudi Arabia would be. And then they're on their UK tour. They're going to London, Dublin, Nottingham.
noise here, perhaps. Kaiser
Sheffield.
desperately scrambling his way out, manages it.
Able to counter it. Can he get that power bomb off of it? Kaiser. Now he turns things around.
Ludwig Kaiser so resourceful. Take one, didn't work. Let me retool, retry, and connect with a
Ugh.
power bomb.
Big moment for Kaiser to turn things around. Hooks the leg. Kaiser. Just the 2 count.
Franz Beckenbauer style kick to the point of the jaw of Sheamus. Not enough as the sour face.
Oh, wow. Raw's in Hershey, Pennsylvania on National Chocolate Day. Coincidence. I used to have family up in that part of Pennsylvania, and we went to the Hershey. I remember seeing a big barn, like a Hershey logo on it. And so I've been to some areas where they make Hershey shit, but I don't remember. I was a kid.
A couple of weeks ago, he was talking to our Kathy Kelly. He said, "You haven't seen anything yet when it comes to my career. This would be a big moment to put himself in title contention." And Sheamus says, "Bring it. Just the way I like it," says the Celtic Warrior. Let's go. Toe to toe. Center of the ring. I'll meet you there.
That look in the eye of Sheamus tells you to start running, and if you don't do it quick enough, you're in trouble.
Oh, he breaks it again. Kneecap to the
Oh, double. It was like a brogue knee and then a brogue kick.
hooks the leg.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't kick out of the brogue kick, Kaiser. All right, Yankees got a man on. Come on, Yankees, make this a series, man. I want to see you go 7 games. Actually, I don't. Just get it over with.
Against the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, banger after banger, they come as standard for the Celtic Warrior, but believe me, that man now has his sights set on gold. The victory like that one is going to come sooner or later this year.
Hey, we mentioned we're just 5 days away from the new Crown Jewel Championship, a position that Rhea Ripley could have been in if it wasn't for the absence of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez back in the mix. Rhea's rage saw her mix it up with that duel again last week.
I'm curious what WrestleMania is going to look like for the women.
I thought a lot about what you had to say last week, and you really tried to paint yourself in a pretty little picture, like you didn't deserve.
Like, is Rhea going to win the belt back before Mania, or is Liv going to take it for a few more months? And I mean, Charlotte and Becky, you got to factor them in. They're going to be back. Probably both by the Rumble.
The difference between you and I is when you betrayed me, it was with malice and ego, where everything I've done to you and Liv has been deserved. Have I made mistakes in the past?
Sheamus diving off the top rope is odd. I love it. I love Sheamus.
But right now, it just seems like
I've been a bigger fan of Sheamus over the last couple of years than I have ever in his career. I really did like him in the bar, too. I loved Sheamus and Cesaro together. I was a big fan of that team.
World Championship, and you're gonna have
I love their entrance. I just thought everything about them was badass. Including how they got together after the best of 7, and then they formed a, I remember predicting that, like, match number 2 of the best of 7. I was like, they're going to be a tag team. And sure enough. Oh, there's Sammy. Speak of the devil. Are you feeling all right, bro? You seem down. You feeling all right? You need a mental health day? Alone? Get out of here, Jimmy. Get out of here, Jimmy. They got to talk business. Friends. Yeah, come on. Just back up. Just let him have some time with Sammy. He's not feeling very oosy right now.
So, what was all that? Is this just it now? Jimmy and Jey, the Usos, just is everything cool now?
So now, okay, I love that they're factoring Sammy into it. Now they got to start getting Sammy turning.
She's gonna go back to SmackDown and talk to Roman Reigns and squash this beef. Everything's just fine now.
I know what you're saying about Roman.
Sammy, you need to get on the train. Remember, you were so good at doing the finger.
He's not the one who mentally got in your head for years. Okay, he's not the one that made you jump through hoops every single week to prove your worth to your own family. Sammy, it sounds like you're on solo side now. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not on anybody's side. Okay, I'm on your side. This isn't a lesser of two evils. You don't have to choose one or the other. You could just not get involved. Because this is not, no, it's not your fight anymore, Jay. This is not your
Sammy, I appreciate like where you're coming from here, but this is this man's family you're trying to talk to him about, you know? I'm like, Sammy, you're the outsider looking in, not me, you know? Like, you need to let me handle my situation, my business with my family, my way. Yeah, Jay just said it. Yeah, Jay's right. I mean, nobody's wrong in this situation. Sammy's just trying to do what he thinks is right, but he also has to understand that ain't your family, man. I'll be damned if somebody came to me and one of my friends and tried to tell me how to handle shit with my sisters. I'm like, I'll do what I need to do. Don't you worry about it. Worry about your own sisters. NXT. I do like Axiom and Frazier. I like them. Zari, I don't know anything about her. It's all right. This is all just part of it, though. You know, like Sammy's going to come around. The fact that they're getting him involved in this is that's your indication right there that he's going to be a part of that War Games match. And Friday on SmackDown, they'll start the process with Jay. Then after Crown Jewel, they'll start chipping away at Sammy. Some situation will present itself where he'll get saved by Roman or something, and he'll come around, and you know, they'll get there. Sammy might be a reluctant last-minute addition to the War Games match, like it's going to be 3-on-4, and then Sammy's going to come to his senses, you know, on the go-home SmackDown or something. Like that, they could stretch it to that totally. I wouldn't even mind if they did it that way, because where Sammy stands right now, TV-wise, they got a long way to go to turn him and get him ready to actually reunite the OG Bloodline at War Games. He's got a ways to go mentally there, so it might have to be a last minute decision. We Are Pro Wrestling's got a When Worlds Collide review coming up. That ought to be fun. That whole situation's wild. And I'm sure We Are Pro Wrestling will break it down for you.
Did you know period pads are not designed to protect against bladder leak, odor, and wetness? Try Poise Fresh Protection. Unlike period pads, Poise features Fresh Sense technology for up to 100% protection.
By the way, We Are Pro Wrestling. Maybe I should ask you this after all these years. Do you go by a name? You know how like I'm Good Mike Work, but you know me as Greg? Are you like Steve or something? I should know this. I've just never caught it before. Maybe I'm a guess. Mike, Steve, Dave, Bob, Mohammed, Tyrese. Let me see. Jimmy, Jacob, Jason, Chase. I can't think of any names. Lucas. James. I was right. I was close. Jimmy James. Jimmy goes down. Well, that's cool. James is my dad's name, so there you go. So it's not Tyrese. Okay. All right, Yankees have got Clark Schmidt on the mound. They've already switched up pitchers in the second inning. Is that what you want to be doing? I'm assuming he's the new pitcher, right? He doesn't look like somebody who starts games. He's no David Cohn, that guy. Oh, Daniel. Okay, you go by Daniel. That's good. Thank you. Noted. I'll make sure I make a note of that so I can remember for the future. Watch, I'll forget We Are Pro Wrestling's name is James in 30 minutes. I'll be up here calling him Dave or something. One of my customers at the restaurant, I've known her for 15 years. Her and her family, I see them all the time. But we don't talk a lot, but we know each other. I've ran into them outside of work before, and she was in last week, yelling across the bar to me. I'm talking to somebody else, and she's like, Patrick, come over here. And I'm like, she thinks my name's Patrick? And I think her husband knows that my name's not Patrick. And I walked over there and I'm like, I can't, what am I supposed to say? I just said hello and exchanged pleasantries. Good to see you. And I walked away. I'm like, I can't correct her now and be like, my name's Greg after 15 years. She's been calling me Patrick all this time. Anyway, if you want to start calling me Patrick, feel free.
Champion match for a newly established Crown Jewel Championship. And once again, you drag the people closest to you into your business. This time, it's not on
Yeah, Chiro, good to know. I'm glad your name is Sarah. Remember when I thought you were a dude for a minute?
a person whose career you
Oh, yeah, that's me.
This Friday on SmackDown, it's you and Randy Orton against myself.
Yeah, it's Randy and Rhodes against Gunther and Ludwig.
Before you both walk out to the ring,
You can look these spoilers up if you want to know.
side and ask him, how does it feel to get choked out by that hidden Gehenna? Because very soon, Cody, the same is going to happen to you, and you're going to wake up and finally come to the realization that you're just
Yeah, the funny thing about this lady and her husband, they are, and I'm not even kidding, they are Tony Khan rich. That's not an exaggeration. I'd be willing to bet they have as much or if not more money than him. She gives several $1 million to the local school board every year just for fun. Just writes him a check. One of our longtime busboys, she's offered, put all of his kids through school. They just have stupid money. The husband made it in some sort of computer shit. Bill Gates himself. And they've just got unbelievably stupid money. And they're pretty humble people for as rich as they are.
Yeah, indeed, especially after last week's. Let's take you back to last Monday on Raw. This was the number
But she thinks my name's Patrick. And I don't go around correcting billionaires. I'll legally change my name to Patrick if she wants me to. I'll go down to the courthouse tomorrow. Patrick Morgan.
ensued on the outside, which allowed the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio to take control. One tag later to the spectacular Dragon Lee, and it was victory for the
Just want to take a quick second to show some love to Zelina Vega and to Damian Priest. I'm sure some of you know why. Showing love to our neighbors down south in Puerto Rico. Love y'all. I want to take... Here we go. I want to hear Lillian. She still sounds great. She felt a little wonky last week, but Lillian still is Lillian. That voice is still there. She has not lost it. Brutus looks like your neighbor who you frequently borrow a leaf blower from. He's got like 3 of them in his shed. He'll take you back there, let you pick out which one you want.
definitely Halloween season. The referee here dressed up as Bela Lugosi, apparently, but you're right about Ivy Nile, a 5'2" package.
Tony Khan rich or Greg Morgan rich. There's a slight difference in wealth between myself and Tony Khan. Just a little. I am anything but rich.
And physicality, and that's going to really bother Ivy. I was visiting with her earlier today, and there you see the power right away just driving.
You can't really be rich when your rent's like $5,000.
Hits Chad with a shoe, and that set me off all week long. I thought about the fact that she could step to us, and she thought all she could do was throw a shoe. That's weak. That's pathetic. That was Ivy Nile earlier today.
Does Zelina... I'm really curious here. I want to back-to-back these two. I think Zelina might have a half-inch on her, height-wise.
America made a sick and tired of being disrespected by two people. Meteora on the outside from Zelina Vega.
Who are the shortest ones in wrestling right now? It's got to be Zelina, Ivy Nile, Layla Hirsch, probably Roxanne Perez. That's good Meteora right there. Like, they are exceptionally short. Like, extremely short. Like, barely over 5 feet tall short. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Rich in gummies, maybe. You know what Elizabeth got me? They're in this bowl right here. They're like chewable Tic Tacs. And I ate one right after brushing my teeth. It just tastes like cough medicine. So I'll try one now.
The phone you love. You get one line for $25 a month when you switch to Straight Talk. That's up to half off the price of the competition.
Interesting.
Plus,
Not sure how I feel.
get a $200 credit for a new phone after 12 months. With Straight Savings, you save now and later.
I don't really think I've paid attention much to Ivy Niles' voice. Does she have a thick ass Southern accent? That's great. That would be a fun video. Like, not only in wrestling, just people in general whose voices don't match who they are. You know who I always thought had a weird one? Was Randy Moss. Like, he sounds like a hillbilly. He's got that voice like I can't even do it. But like when he talks, I'm like, that's your voice? Seems like it should sound different.
We're surprising Twisted Tea superfans with a Twisted Tea drop. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol to kick off your game. Twisted Tea hard iced
Michael, isn't Zelina like 5'1"? I have no idea. I'm only doing the eye test. I've never looked up Zelina's height. But she appears to be not much over 5 feet, if that. But like in tag matches, she's hanging out at the top rope, waiting for the tag, like reaching over it. Like it's literally, the rope comes right in front of her face.
Gets your dishes up to 100% clean, even in an older dishwasher. Try Cascade Platinum Plus for sparkling clean dishes, even on the toughest jobs. Just scrape, load, and you're done. Switch.
You know, Shaq one time, Shaquille O'Neal said, and I don't disagree with this. He said about the WWE, or he said about the WNBA, he's like, lower the rim. Lower the rim a half a foot. We start getting some dunks. You know, it might be fun.
We here were big and welcoming.
When I was young, I had the basketball hoop in my garage or my driveway that, you know, was adjustable. You could lower it so you could dunk and stuff. We had a blast playing on 8-foot goals and stuff. Dunking from the free throw line. Oh, it was so much fun. Made it more exciting. When I got older, we'd go to the Little League parks and we play home run derby. Just, pew, 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 you know, because we were big kids then.
Let's make a world of difference.
I mean, you could throw a ball over the fence in a Little League park. So it made it a lot of fun. Fernando Lopez. Hi, good Mike Work. Been watching your channel before I got married a year ago. Well, nice. Congrats on the marriage. Hope you all are still together. And glad you have been watching for a while. Thanks for being here. And you got a newborn baby to sleep. That can't be easy. Sweet dreams, baby Fernando. Or baby Lopez, I should say.
Back here on Monday Night Raw in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Joe and Wade with you ringside just before that commercial break. Zelina Vega was in control with that Meteora she landed as Ivy Nile was out on the four-way, but it's been evenly contested since then. No doubt about that.
Thanks, Mike Witt. Flipping through my channel, came across me doing a Jake promo on a short. That was fun. Zelina was positioning Ivy there. She's going to the top. Moonsault, I guess. Moonsault, it was wonky, but she hit it.
Most recently, she was part of that madness of that 10-woman tag match. She hoped to victory. She was teaming with Carter and Chance, Lyra, and Natty.
Reaper was desperately on the outside trying to wake up Ivy now. It seems to have won.
Bridget attempts. And the kick out.
Joaquin Wild and Cruz Del Toro on the outside trying to do the exact same. For their woman, the first ever female member of the LWO, Zelina.
I mean, Ivy is definitely stronger. Probably winning a fight. I don't know, though. Zelina, her and Malachi. Oh! Probably do some intense kickboxing training. Oh, she's going for that destroyer. Puerto Rican destroyer. Nope. Tozawa. Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was I thought that was Tozawa. I thought Tozawa ran in. I was wondering why he was wearing black. It's because it's not Tozawa.
Sky high there from Brutus Creed, just a package of muscle.
Meanwhile, Zelina Vega, opportunity missed. Instead, it's the Pitbull.
Ooh. Jeez. That was rough. That was almost like a, I guess a swinging or a pendulum Uranagi, which just added extra. Zelina wasn't getting up from that.
Victory clearly learning from the master Chad Gable as the weeks go by. Tremendous victory tonight for American May.
Brutus looks like the grown-up version. You know, there's that meme of the little kid, and he's going like this. You know what I mean? He's the grown-up version of that kid.
I told him he wasn't family. Well, he's not. Hey, man. When you left, he stepped up. And you don't understand me. Let me talk to you. No, man. Something bad gonna happen if you cross paths. We just chill. I'm just gonna
Jimmy wants to go talk to him? All right, Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy will be the one to turn Sammy around. Get him like a Hickory Farms basket or something. Like, you'll be more willing to do what somebody wants if you're like munching on some macadamia nuts or something, you know? Just strategy.
Been through a lot.
Seth actually has a jacket that you'd actually wear. I swear, all he does is just he goes and raids his wife's closet. This blouse, this'll work. I'll just wear this.
Love begins with trust. I'm not going anywhere. That's why I got a Subaru.
The all-new Subaru Forester. Safe, long-lasting, trusted, loved.
Hey, honey, do you mind if I borrow your lace sash? No, it's okay. Why the fuck do you want to wear that? I can't do Becky's accent, but you can envision it, right?
Tomorrow you has deadlines. Boxes.
Can't believe a Mayomi commercial. This Mayomi Pinot Noir that they're drinking here at this table.
Lower in alcohol.
This wouldn't be on any wine list in a restaurant for any more than $40 a bottle, maybe 50. Pick it up in the store for about 15.
95% of women have visibly renewed skin. Makes my skin feel so smooth and moisturized. Olay body wash and lotion. Discover yours.
Yeah, Randy Moss is from West Virginia. That explains a lot of it.
How was that trouble losing weight and keeping warm? Same.
discover the power of Wegovy.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds. Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is
I'm gonna go find another Stella. Be right back.
to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with heart disease, obesity, or overweight. Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or are allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems.
Oh shit, Dodgers got a man on.
People with diabetes
Oh, they walked Otani.
can take medicines to treat diabetes.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide.
Jesus, he's at bat too.
Provider right away if you have any mental changes.
He walked his first time out. Is that what that says there?
Vomiting and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
I didn't follow the
Talking to your healthcare provider.
Otani signing trail. Was he ever?
Buffalo Wild Wings,
Were the Yankees ever in the running to get him?
and 2 drinks for $19.99. Feel that good makes me glad I brought a date.
Wow, beat-ups pick 6 for $19.99. You sure know your way?
Yeah, Barry. We'll see. What happened was my house caught fire. I had to go put it out. That's why you saw that smoke come across the screen when I got up.
Wisconsin, Iowa on the Big Ten Saturday night.
That smoke absolutely did not come from a moist, dank, green substance in a vacuum sealed plastic bag that's been delivered to my front door. Absolutely not. This was a real actual house fire that I just put out. I'm a hero, really. That is a cool skyscraper right there. That must be Saudi Arabia. There's the one. I don't know which where it is. It might be India. I think it's India. I don't remember, but there's basically in the city. It might be the same city where the Burj Khalifa is, but there's like two skyscrapers, and there's a bridge that a bridge that connects them with like trees and shit on it, like basically like Central Park, thousands of feet in the air, like just crazy. Hundreds of feet, I should say, probably not thousands, but. Yeah, it might be in Dubai. I don't remember, but it's awesome looking. All right, Seth. Seth wearing the most normal outfit possible, even though it's pretty fucking ridiculous. Even with what he's wearing, you walk down the street looking like that, you're going to turn some heads. Very shiny leather black pants, blue jacket. He's just dressed like a regular douchebag, not like a crazy person. Or like a cross-dressing circus monkey. Some of his other outlandish forms. This is something like Logan Paul would wear. Seth, I gotta be honest, I liked you better in the blouses. I liked you better when you're borrowing Becky's sequins or whatever. Or those big, like, puffy shoes he was wearing for a few weeks there. A visionary. I was about to say, aren't you hot in that? But late October in Pennsylvania, it's probably pretty chilly. On the hunt for a monster.
But so am I. That's a side of me. That's a side of me that I put to bed a long time ago. I forgot about that side of me. But Bronson Reed, he's written something up in my soul. Bronson Reed is reminding me.
What are your ideas for Reed and Rollins, you know? Like, I feel like Reed and Rollins, it's going to have to extend beyond Crown Jewel. And what we need is a big stip match. Because I don't think this one doesn't have a stip, right?
Freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Look, I promised Adam Pearce that we would not have a repeat of last week. That I would not go into that arena and cause chaos. But Seth, if you want to...
No, I didn't see Seth's reaction, no.
Then I'm right here in the parking lot.
To the Bears losing Daniel. It's 70 in Buffalo? Damn. It's currently 63 right now in San Diego. Don't move, big man. I would watch this, Seth. This is a very stupid thing for someone of your... Did he just take... Did he just take his jacket off to reveal another blue jacket? What was that? I feel like this is a bad idea, Seth. You've been around the block a few times. You're a veteran by now. I would be more wary of this challenge. You've pulled tricks dirtier than this before. If anybody should be looking for it, it should be you. Oh, never mind. No tricks. Bronson meant it. I'm thinking Seth's going to get ambushed or something. Or that's going to turn out to be a pre-tape. Yeah, so if this match at Crown Jewel isn't a stip, the next one's going to have to be. I mean, maybe you... I don't know how much room they have on Saturday night's main event, but a last man standing match on SNME would be pretty fun. Oh, stomp on the car. Mmm.
That's a reminder. That's just a little taste.
Oh, no. He got up from the stomp on the car? He's knocking out.
This is outrageous. He took the stomp
Ugh.
right on the car hood, and now a crate to the dome as they are brawling out the...
He's going to stomp him again.
Somehow still on his feet and still fighting back. Here comes Saga.
Garbage can thrown right at Seth, and now they're in the technical truck. The production and operations truck out there as part of our support.
They're in the truck. They should close the door and drive the truck around in circles. Kind of like the King of the Road match. Oh, that was a Death Valley driver through a table and a crash pad and a bunch of shit.
How is Bronson Reed rising from that as they're calling for medical attention for both men? Somehow Reed emerges from the pile.
Bronson Reed is a damn monster.
Seth does not look good at all.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like last man standing match would be the next logical step here, especially if the Crown Jewel match doesn't have a stip yet, unless they make a stip here when we come back from commercial break. Adam Pearce is all pissed off. It's going to be a last man standing match. He could do that right now, but I feel like that would be the next step. And they could do that at Survivor Series, or they could do it at Saturday night's main event. So, either way. Yeah, Julia, Bronson's not a chicken shit. Here I am thinking he's baiting Seth to the back, and Seth's going to be foolish enough just to run straight back there without realizing that he might be getting played here. But nope, Bronson was actually waiting there for him to fight. And I'm like, oh, okay. Bronson's a different type of heel. I like heels like Bronson, like Gunther. Brock was like that. Yeah, right? The PN News face. We talked about that last night when we were watching PN News on the watch along. I'm like, I can see Bronson Reed doing this. That's his Halloween costume.
We're surprising Twisted Tea superfans with a Twisted Tea drop. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol to kick off your game. Twisted Tea iced tea. Keep it twisted.
Here's Liz.
Keep it twisted.
Probably stop in uninvited.
Alcohol ain't gonna make tea taste better to me. I don't like it. Iced tea's gross.
So she can bounce on with clean, dry, harsh protection.
When I lived in North Carolina, it's what everybody drank. Like if you go to like a restaurant there, they like, would y'all like to start with some tea? You know, like where the rest of the world is like, would you like some water? They're like, you don't want some tea? Like everybody just drinks tea. And I tried it. I tried to say like, well, everybody else is drinking tea. Maybe I should drink tea. It's not for me. Put as much sugar in it as I can. Doesn't matter. I'm like, this tastes like piss. I'm not drinking this. Jesus. 2 men on for who? Must be New York. No, Jesus. Dodgers have got 2 on, 2 outs, up 3-0. Yeah, New York. This ain't looking good. Call in Mariano Rivera. Think about how many championships Yankees have won, and think about how many they've lost. You know, they've been to the World Series a few times just in the last, 25 years and dropped a couple, right? Had some heartbreaking playoff losses. Like they've had, talked about that 2001 year of all the years they should have won. 3 weeks after 9/11 would have been appropriate, and they choked on that one too. Yeah, I'm glad Regal's back. We're seeing him a little bit more visibly now on television here and there. Mo Shaq. Since 04, they've never recovered. Have they won? They've won since then. Yeah, when they went down to the Red Sox, they were up 3-0, right? Red Sox not only won that series, went on to win the World Series. You mean to tell me they haven't won since the year of that Aaron Boone home run or whatever in 03? Oh, 09. Okay, they won in 09. I was about to say. Oh, man. That was the most protected DVD into a crash pad you could ever do. Oh my God, the unique circumstances with R-Truth and The Miz. And now with the Wyatt 6 targeting the Final Testament, that's a little weird with Paul Ellering eating the mandible claw last week. And Paul Ellering saving The Miz was the weirdest thing to me. Oh, Miz, you ain't going nowhere. So Cross and gang are basically forcing Miz to stay with them. Maxine. I can't. Y'all look much better. I got a short, ugly guy.
Oh, she can't stand it on TV. Sure. Hear me out. I am sorry. I am sorry. I don't get into me. Final Testament got in my head. I wasn't thinking clearly, but I've seen the error in my ways.
No, you haven't.
This isn't about me. This is about
You haven't seen the error in your ways, Miz, you lying asshole.
Family. And I need family more than ever. What do you say?
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, don't listen to a former champion. Listen to Snow White and the Two Dorks.
Snow White and the Two Dorks. I'd like to hang out with Snow White and the Two Dorks if that's all right with you, Miz. And maybe the Two Dorks can go on and do something else, and I'll just hang out with Snow White. Oh.
I'm glad you found me. I
Oh.
Good luck with the Wyatts.
Ah.
Y'all gonna die.
Y'all gonna die, he said. Well, I'm glad R-Truth is smart enough to know the Miz is full of shit.
What's up, Butch? You seen Pete?
What's up, Butch? You seen Pete? Oh, fucking killings.
Time to see who will face
He's the best.
today for the tag titles.
I would be very much in favor for this happening. I talked about this last week. Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, like winning the tag team titles, having a little bit of a run. It's not going to achieve the same heights that maybe Darby Allin and Sting did, but you could maybe try to achieve the same thing here with Rey passing the baton, so to speak, to Dragon Lee as the next, you know, top luchador in the biz. And that partnership with Sting did wonders for Darby. And it helped that Darby was also very good and very crazy. And Dragon Lee is very good. So if they got a little run with the tags and, you know, Rey eventually retires.
America meets Creed Brothers last week. One step away from a big championship opportunity. Victory here tonight.
Because it's not like Dominik can be that luchador. He's got a foot and a half taller than his dad. He doesn't wear a mask. I was about to say, I don't even know what this match is. Okay, it's War Raiders and Rey and Dragon. I like this so much better, this presentation, than the crazy shit. I mean, this is like wrestling gear with some leather jackets and some, you know, metal music, and they're coming out, I'm gonna eat your face, and that's great. But the other stuff, the Viking stuff and the horns and the nonsense and the weird chants in their entrance music, this is just more badass. This is more like in your face, right at you. They're not out there fucking playing Halloween.
Academy a couple of weeks ago in round one to get here. What a triumphant and utterly
They're wearing their merch shirts. That's definitely a change in their presentation. I mean, they had so much war paint and horns and antlers and all sorts of crap. And now they're just out there like, yeah, we're just here to beat your ass. The New Day is out there. They're very video gamey looking.
When Xavier Woods has gotten his chance, as he says, to quarterback their plans. But can he prove that under his direction things work?
quarterback. New Day into beating AOP in the first round of this tournament, albeit with a little R-Truth distraction, but things are going incredibly well for New Day.
It's an interesting looking bunch of citizens there in Hershey. I'm kind of people watching right now.
Problematic few weeks between this duo. Can they put all
It
that
seems like shorts and tank tops are popular.
championship gold here tonight?
To see who will face Finn Balor, J.D. McDonough. Remember, General Manager Adam Pearce was very direct in telling Finn and the New Day, saying, I want to see the titles defended. So here we go, the 9th triple threat tag team match to take place in this calendar year, and this comes with a title shot on the line.
Yeah, I don't know how much Vince had to do with the Viking stuff, but these two guys they're big into that though. They're like they like to go do the recreation stuff, like how people do with the Civil War and whatnot. They're into all that.
For a moment, and now find themselves locked up.
So it's part of who they were. I just thought it was just like a little too over the top, especially since they're so good and exciting to watch, like Ivar. Like, just put these guys in leather jackets, have them come out there and kick your ass. That's all I need. And so I like this better.
Absolutely fixed that bill, although he totally should not. Xavier Woods smart to
It's like, even though these guys in their personal lives might have a really weird hobby, that doesn't mean the rest of the audience is going to connect with it.
War Raiders teaming up, and the big knee comes in.
It was just a stripped down version of the War Raiders we've come to know over the past few years. This is the version that took the War Raiders to global domination in Japan, in Europe, in Mexico, and very soon perhaps right here on Raw. Eric and Ivar creating a human missile.
Yeah, I'd rather have like wacky storylines than mythological ones. You know, like I'd rather borrow from like a soap opera where you switch people's brains than, you know, something like Lord of the Rings. You know, because I want wrestling to be fun, and sometimes I think the wackier the idea, sometimes the more fun it can be. So I think I prefer that. You know, if wrestling is going to borrow from genres, I prefer this. I prefer the crazy over the mythological, I guess. We haven't had any brain swapping yet in wrestling, have we? We had a second Undertaker. That's kind of close. But it would be funny if... No, that would be too close to home. Like, if there's some, like, passed away wrestler, and then some scientist, Chris Nowinski, could come out and be like, I took a... No, that's too close to Benoit. I was about to say, I took a piece of his brain and I cloned... You know, like in Superman 4, where Lex Luthor makes another Superman? And so somebody's like, I took a piece of his DNA or something like that, and I created a new test, you know, or something. And you just get some lookalike. That would be bizarre, but I wouldn't even be opposed to it. I'm like, well, we haven't tried that one yet. It's clearly going to fail, but let's try it, see what happens. I guess new Razor and Diesel might be close. We pulled a hair out of Kevin Nash's brush, and we created a new Diesel.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
At Harbor Freight, we design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Buffalo Wild Wings, 2 entrees, 2 sides, and 2 drinks for $19.99. Deal that good makes me glad I brought a date. Wow, beat up Big 6 for $19.99.
Oh, Joshua, playing with my emotions. Dominik with his luxurious hair and mustache, beating Gunther and winning the title on Saturday night's main event. Sounds great, but I've got my money on Kevin Owens making history on NBC that night. That is absolutely what I would do. Because that match that Andre won the title on the main event, that was the first one. That was the first one of those main event primetime shows. They had been doing Saturday night's main event for a few years, but they've never done one of those. And so that was such a success, they went on to do one a year all the way up until 1992, I believe. So with Saturday night's main event resuming and becoming a quarterly thing, 3-4 times a year, whatever it is, what a way to say we're back. Then make history. Do something that you have not done since Andre the Giant. And win the championship. Rob Cody. Have Kevin Owens do some shady ass shit. And completely rob Cody of the title. Something along the lines of a twin referee angle, but maybe not exactly that. But something that out of left field, where he shocks everyone, wins the title. That would be great. What a way to make up for the fact that he hasn't won the championship in 8 years. To say, hey, when you do win it back, you're going to have the biggest audience, potentially, the WWE's ever had. Actually, there's no way it'll be 33 million people, so that's not true. It'll probably be like 3 million people, but it'll still be good. What are we watching here? Is this a number 1 contenders match or something? Oh, okay. Somebody in the chat said when Bronson hit the DVD on Seth, that he did it in front of Bailey. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even respond to it. Now I see on WWE's Twitter, Bailey's on the truck, on the production truck. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I did not see Bailey there, but there's her big old face.
Raiders hook of the leg. I mean, that move alone should be illegal. How on earth the midsection of Xavier Woods is still able to kick out after that crushing landing from the massive eyeball?
Oh, yeah, this is number one contenders match. Okay. Got my question answered. Joshua, my day was great, man. It was actually easier than most of my Mondays. For some reason, everything that I usually do on Mondays, I actually went and got done yesterday. Normally on Mondays, I hit the grocery store, stock up what I need for the week. I put gas in my car, and if I got anything to do with the post office, I do that type of shit. But I didn't have any of that to do today, so I just went and picked up some Chinese food, had that for lunch, posted my 3 links for the week, rock and rolled.
Skill and experience coming through oversized at that moment, but all of a sudden Xavier Woods takes control. That is perfect.
And then when I'm done here, Elizabeth's going to make dinner, and then after that, it's just TV night on the couch for us. Along with Tito, who will be here too. Hey, buddy. He literally lets me use his head as a foot rest. My foot is just laying on his head. He's just sideways sleeping, and I literally have my foot on his face. He's totally fine with it. No, Joshua, my car's not run on diesel power. It's run on Hitman power. And you seem to have a big problem with that. Brett was so mad when Diesel said WWE is running on diesel power. It's like, it's running on Hitman power. Kofi dancing and prancing. I love Kofi so much. If you were to take a bet on what year Kofi Kingston will go into the WWE Hall of Fame, what would you say? I'm going 2031. Another interesting thing you can think about as it relates to the New Day is Kofi and Big E. Oh, here comes Kofi for his big jump. Kofi and Big E are going to be 2-timers because they have enough of a resume to go in singles with their respective world title runs and whatnot. And they'll also go in with the New Day as the team. So they're 2-timers. Xavier, I don't know. Could you make a case for Xavier as a singles? Right now, I say no. And it brings me no joy to say that because I like Xavier Woods. It's like Xavier's always going to be the odd man out, in that group no matter what. I was like, they're probably just going to induct them all together. New Day will probably go in before Kofi and Big E go in singles. But how is that even going to work? Does it go in reverse? Have we seen that yet? Have we seen somebody go in as a group and then as a single? Usually it's the other way around, right? That's an interesting thought about the Hall of Fame because Big E and Kofi have Hall of Fame resumes individually. But it would be weird to see them go in as a group first and then go in individually. But it would be weirder to see them go in first because we know them as the New Day group faction. Huh. Interesting. Mike Witt, appreciate the $5. Finally watched part 1 of the new Cobra Kai. Very good. Really looking forward to part 2 to see if Terry Silver comes back somehow. They better pick it up because there was such a long break in between these seasons, and I love the Cobra Kai series. I'm a Karate Kid mark. But I've kind of lost interest, to be honest. I'm just ready for it to kind of wrap up and be over with now. I wasn't enamored with the first part of the final season because there's a lot of new characters and a whole new you know, kind of goal and an object of this series is to win the big tournament. And Kreese is an escaped, you know, fugitive that is somehow not being apprehended through all this. I don't understand that either. And Silver's probably going to wind up coming back, but I don't know how it's going to end. And it's all going to wrap up somehow in the next like 6 episodes. And I feel like they got a lot to accomplish. And if it's just going to be about winning this tournament, I don't know. I'm worried that I'm not going to get the closure that I need, because I've gotten closure on a lot of other things in this series, you know, as it relates to the movie and, you know, things being tied up and whatnot. But it's kind of lost me now. I like the early seasons when Daniel was meeting back up with Allie at the country club and things like that, you know. So now it's a little different. I think it's a good time. It's a good place to end it. All the kids are grown up now and moving on. Yachiro, I don't know if I'm going to watch the movie. That's the Ralph Macchio one. There's like a Karate Kid remake or something that he's a part of. Is Jackie Chan in that too? I never saw the Jackie Chan Karate Kid with Jaden Hill or whatever his name is, Jaden Smith. All right, back to action after the commercial. Still trying to figure out who the #1 contenders are going to be. Have they said where this is just for a title shot, right? They have not announced a location for the title shot. Like, this isn't going to be added on to Crown Jewel, right? Yeah, I really want Dragon and Rey to win this match. I feel like they should. The double stump. Biggest mark-out moment for me in the whole Cobra Kai series. I got up out of my chair. I was watching by myself. I like bursted into tears. Was when Daniel went back to Okinawa, and at the very end, Kumiko has a friend with her who winds up helping Daniel like save his business. That was business is in trouble. But as soon as she goes, "We've met before," it was like that realization of who it was. And it was the girl that he saved in part 2 from the storm when she was up on the thing ringing the bell, and he saved her life and brought her down. And she was like 6 years old. You know, now she's a grown woman and she repays the favor by, but when she said like, "We've met before," I'm like, it was like, I immediately know who it was. I'm like, holy shit. It was the same actress, all grown up. And I'm like, oh my God, that was just such a perfect little unexpected Easter egg addition that made me realize that the creators know what fans of the franchise would want and would mark out for. I was like, I was not expecting that. Are they going to try? So it's Kofi and Dragon up here with Eric. This seems dangerous. It's a good thing they got the LED post for this to stand on. Oh, wow. That felt like it took 30 minutes of setup to execute 5 minutes of mediocre shit. My God. Yeah, there's tons of plot holes in that final fight, Mike. I thought you couldn't hit the face. You could hit the face. It felt like Johnny got about 5 points in that final match. I know. I'm fully aware. That's why it's a movie. But it's not like they ignore that. They bring that up in Cobra Kai. One of the first things Johnny says to Daniel when they meet back up, he's like, that was an illegal kick. Because right before that kick to the face, Johnny straight up punches Daniel right in the face, and that didn't count. But somehow the kick did. Come on, where's... Okay, Dragon Lee's in there. I'm like, get Dragon or Ray in there. I mean, I suppose it could be New Day as well. They could go all the way to a title shot here and then fail to tie into the storyline. Woods, you dumbass. Yeah, come on. I want to see Dragon and Ray win. And I really like when Woods fucks up. Because then he acts like a little bitch about it. Oh, and he takes out Woods. I was about to say, look out for Woods. Now Ray's going to hit it. Oh! Chad Gable. Oh, no. Why has he got that on him? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, oh, yeah, I guess the War Raiders wouldn't lose right after coming back. It makes sense they're going to win here. Oh, yeah. I kind of forgot that the War Raiders just returned. Yeah, them winning makes more sense. Okay. And they've won the tag titles a few times, right? The War Raiders? Back when nobody gave a shit. Medieval mindsets. They have medieval mindsets. I'm like, well, that means they have never been vaccinated for anything. They don't take any medicines. When Ivar was out with his injury, he just healed it naturally while eating bear meat and drinking brown water. Shitting in the bushes, all that stuff. Medieval mindset. Went outside, shot an elk, ate it, raw.
Great action there, folks. We had incredible circumstances that took place earlier tonight on Monday Night Raw, which saw Seth freaking Rollins go out into the parking lot.
Okay, are we going to add anything to this match here? They're going to talk about Seth and Reed again.
What came after that was Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed fighting inside a tractor trailer. Now we have a medical update because Bronson Reed was able to land a Death Valley driver out of the tractor trailer, crashing Seth Rollins through tables that were outside on the concrete and the asphalt.
Joe Tessitore on the concrete, on the asphalt, through the tables, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Sent to a local medical center here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. He's undergoing evaluation and testing at the emergency room. We're going to try to keep you updated as to the status of Seth Rollins. Once the results are back, we'll give you a further
They're fine. That was a weak-ass bump. Joe, they're fine. Joe, don't worry about it. They're gonna be in Saudi Arabia. I promise. They ain't missing that payday. Fucking catering over there is off the chain. They ain't missing that. Hello, Cross. Hello, Scarlett.
Yeah, if we see or hear the Wyatt Six, we'll run. So I actually
See, Miz has got the best plan.
my plan is you're going to help us find Bo Dallas. And when you find him, I don't.
Don't yell at me, Karrion Kross. You're wearing rings on your hand, and you didn't win any football championships. So that's weird.
Or I'm going to break your legs.
You're not going to break my legs.
Ready?
If I was the Miz, I'd be like, how many main events of WrestleMania did you have? Try to break my legs, bitch. I'm the Miz.
Not an easy spot to be in for the Miz.
Oh, yeah, Miz, you might get your leg broke. That's okay.
World Heavyweight Championship. Adam Pearson.
All right, is this Priest and Dominik? Right on. Mike Witt,
Well, here he is.
thanks for the 5. Our favorite part of the Cobra Kai was when Chosen showed up at Miyagi's grave. That was great. That was, I marked out for that too, but I was expecting to see Chosen because he was so good in his previous appearance that we wanted him back so bad. So the fact that he was there and on Daniel's side, I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good. So that was one of them, but still my favorite is the little girl. Chris, 5 from you. As a black belt in karate, I'd say if you ever got caught with a front kick off a prolonged crane stance, you should never compete again. I mean, Johnny did kind of stop and go. Oh my God, he had a Dolph Ziggler sell on it too. Unbelievable. I'll give him a pass because of the sell. Sell was amazing.
Mysterio. However, the closer the massive Damian Priest gets towards me,
About a prolonged crane stance. I'm just gonna stand there for 30 seconds and wait for you to charge me and then kick you.
When we come back to Monday Night Raw.
But that, man, that's stuck in pop culture. I mean, to this day, people will do the crane. So that was definitely a thing. I remember my next door neighbor when I was a kid had gone to see the Karate Kid in the theater, and he was telling me about it. And so I'm trying to envision what he's taught. He's describing the whole movie, gives away the finish and everything. And it takes me like a few months to finally see it. And I was in love. I didn't see it until it came out on video. Viper, yes, I've seen the prices for Mania this year. I have not bought my tickets yet, but I am still planning to go. I'm going to pick them up at the beginning of the year. They are, they're gnarly.
On USA's new flake show, Scare Tactics. She thinks they're here to adopt a new fur baby. Hello, welcome in. Yeah. They're not.
And basically what we're doing is essentially custom make your own dog. Yeah.
This doghouse is up to something feral. Scare Tactics. New episode. Friday at 10.
Have a destiny.
Denzel, Gladiator 2.
Will control an empire. I own you.
Denzel's still got it, man. He ain't too old yet. I like the gray on him. Almost makes him sexier.
My passion. The throne. Deny me, and you will die. Rated R.
I told myself I was
Denzel's the
okay
best.
from moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis.
Joshua, no, I'm not going to be getting any tattoo sleeves. At my age, what the hell am I going to put on my body?
Symptoms after trying a TNF blocker like
That much of, anyway.
Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop further joint damage, and in PSA can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma in skin, heart attacks, stroke,
Daniel deserved a butt kicking for spraying Johnny with the hose.
heart disease risk factors.
Plus, you know, Johnny was rolling a J at the time, so he probably ruined that too. And he got his butt kicked. He got the shit kicked out of him. That was brutal. They would have killed him had Miyagi not shown up.
AbbVie can help you save.
At Papa John's, the Shakaroni is back. It's our extra biggie, ultra folding, super.
I can imagine how terrifying. I mean, I had to deal with like a few bullies as a kid, and a few that I had to run away from, you know. But I couldn't imagine just like running in the darkness with like 6 dudes ready to fucking murder you, and just trying to get away from them. And you're almost over the fence, and they grab you, and it's like, oh, what a nightmare. I'm like, unless you're packing a Glock, you're SOL.
That's second to none, and outstanding savings in our tremendous Cadillac inventory. Lease a new Lyric for 24 months for a single payment of $9,999. Plus, complimentary charging for 2 years. Enjoy the future of Cadillac luxury today.
At Cadillac of Calabasas. A Cadillac is performance, prestige, and class. And no one knows prestige and class like that.
Yeah, I guess when Tessitore was going all through that Reed and Rollins stuff, I guess he called it a medical facility. I'm okay if they change it up. But the fact that there was this, like, rule that you couldn't say hospital, and now we've heard hospital said a few times. If they want to leave it up to the announcers to say what they want. And tonight, Tessitore chose to say medical facility to make it more serious. Then I'm fine with them calling it in the ring, so to speak. Calling it at the table. Let's go with what feels right. As long as there's not a rule that you can't say hospital, I really don't care what they say. I think it's the rule that pissed me off more than them actually saying medical facility. Oh yeah, let's show an aerial shot of MSG, home of your local hate rally. Let's hold a hate rally in a state I got zero chance of winning. That.
New York City, WWE is returning to MSG.
Oh, they are? Okay, here it is. When did they say this? Are they announcing this to us for the first time now, or have we heard this already this weekend? But I was curious about that MSG Day After Christmas show, because they've been doing that, and we hadn't heard anything yet. Tickets on sale Friday for that. Well, that's fun. I do kind of like that tradition. All right, Yankees have got, I think there's some people on base here for them. They got a glimmer of hope here. Oh, Jimmy's going to go talk to Sammy. Oh, is he already gone? Oh, Sammy's right there. Who's he talking to? Solo. Oh, look at this. This is an interesting camera shot here.
Told you, family is all we got. Me and you and Roman got to do this.
It would be cool if, like, the new Bloodline consisted of all, if one side consisted of all of Rikishi's kids, like if it was Solo and Jimmy and Jey, and they were heels, and then they all revealed that they did it for The Rock, and The Rock is revealed to be the string puller, and then Roman has to form a new Bloodline army. You make Tama and Tongaloa faces with Roman going up against Jimmy, Jey, and Solo, and The Rock, and then maybe you add Sammy to Roman's crew. I don't know. All right, main event time. Here comes Dominik out to face Damian. I like Priest's gear. Looks awesome. I love Dominik. It's impossible not to love. I thought this kid was going to be hopeless. You know, when he first came in and started wrestling, it's not like he was like all horribly bad or anything. It's just like he wasn't ready for the stage that he was on. And man, everything changed. Once that hair grew and that mustache grew and his relationship with Rhea got moving and he started becoming a chicken tendy connoisseur. Dude's a legend now. I mean, with Scott Hall being billed from Miami, I mean, I really think that Damian Priest is kind of a meld of Razor Ramon and The Undertaker. You know, he's got he's got, or he takes inspiration from both. You see signs of both guys in him with the drippy gear and the darker look and the hair, and the tats. He just doesn't have a silly accent, or he doesn't pretend to be dead. He's like a real person. Yeah, extreme missed opportunity. They didn't do it last year, but if nobody in WWE has even thought to suggest, maybe not even a Super Bowl commercial, but just any sort of like chicken tendy sponsoring agreement with a restaurant or a chicken tender company. And you can do a whole segment of Dominik, you know, of Liv, branching Dominik's, branching out his taste a bit, expanding his palate, trying all kinds of different tendies with different sauces, and all of a sudden falls in love with all the possibilities that tendies have to offer. And all of a sudden, oh, Dominik. That's a commercial spot right there. Definitely a commercial dive. You can tell. Yep, what a surprise. Kevin Dunn might be gone, but you can still sniff out a commercial about 20 seconds before they go to it. But you think of some of those skits that like China did with Eddie and stuff. Just do one of those with Liv and Dominik at a chicken nugget tasting or chicken tendy tasting, and Dominik all of a sudden he almost becomes like kind of like an arrogant. He thinks he's like a foodie now, you know, because he's just tried like a few different sauces. So now he kind of has like this attitude that he's going to go to restaurants and want to sample anything that he eats before he eats it, and gets a glass of Dr. Pepper and swirls it and tastes it and make sure it pairs well with the tendies. Right on, Vontae. What's up, man? Fortunately, I won't make it to WrestleMania next year. The ticket prices are ridiculous. $1,000 for nosebleeds, I know, but I will be at SummerSlam in August. Yeah, they are pretty high, so I'm going to be looking at them near the end of the year and see what we can do. But I even said, I was like, we're going to have to be on the upper deck this year. I'm not paying $5,000 to be where I was last time. That's just, I can't justify that. You know, it's ridiculous. So they're a little bit high. It's nuts. But SummerSlam, that might be a little bit more, a little bit less crazy. But I understand totally. Gilbert, I actually like Raising Cane's. Everybody says Raising Cane's is overrated. I think In-N-Out is overrated. Raising Cane's, it's nothing special, but I think that if you don't like that sauce, then it might not be good. And I really like that sauce that those tendies come with. So if I just ate them the way they are, they'd just be like, you know, decent tenders. But for the price, you know, get some tenders and some good sauce, some fries, and a piece of bread for like $11. It's decent.
That's what I want to know. You're not investigating the Lakeside Ripper case right now. The only investigating I'm doing these days is weekly pickups. All signs lead to that guy.
Killer messaged you yesterday.
I don't solve these people will die.
Oh, okay. Big Bang Girl has a new show.
The recent former world heavyweight champion, Damon Priest. He had that championship run.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if Dominik pulls up the upset here, or pulls off the upset.
His judgment day brethren, Dirty Dom Mysterio said, I want to go after that title. Well, this is the task that's in front of
Dominik's trying to three amigo Priest.
position to contend.
Latino cheats at his best with the three amigos denied by the
Jesus.
Damian Priest. Dirty Dom getting a little bit too
Dirty Dom.
did not finish the job in time, and that has brought a window of opportunity some life back in those lungs. Look at this as the flame of Dirty Dom comes crashing down, as indeed may have his hopes of winning this matchup and becoming number one, earning himself an opportunity to become number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, Priest, you got this match could go on for another 6 minutes.
Mysterio. Damian Priest has a habit of doing exactly that against every single opponent he gets in the ring with. Hooks away. Hence why this is such a massive mountain for Dirty Dom to climb. Obstacle put in his path by General Manager.
I like how they run through the headlines and the matches. That's a nice touch.
Opportunity to stay in title contention. You see tonight's headlines right there. Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, the Brawl.
Continue to brawl everywhere they see each other. That's just an interesting way to word that. Continue to brawl everywhere they see each other. I guess that makes sense. It just looked funny.
Damian Priest, you're not supposed to be enjoying matches this deep into them, but what fun this man is having as he goes in for the kill. We've seen this a million times from Priest, lining up that south.
Kyle, we only got a week left till the till the election. We got to have some escape. That's what these streams are. But do I come across as someone who would agree and support someone like that? I think just if you watch one of my videos, even if I never mention anything about politics, you'd probably be able to tell what side I'm on. Yeah, Tess, that was your first near-deather, and you're going to have a lot more of those, of bodies flying at your general direction there. There they are, there they are. That's why I was saying, like, if Judgment Day comes out here, Ripley is here. We saw her earlier, right? So she needs to come out and... Oh my God, Priest. Jeez. I feel like we could get some Ripley music at some point. Is the bell ring? Oh, I guess it's not a disqualification if you use a chair on people who aren't in the match. Dominik rolled out of there.
Got that chair in his hand in the middle of this match. As Carlito takes it right to the gut. He's not going to get disqualified being up Carlito.
Yeah, it's okay. Referee's letting this one go because Carlito's not even in the match, so Priest is disposing of him. Oh no, is he going to roll him up for the win? Yes. Yes. Dominik had to win that one. A roll-up win by Dirty Dom. Priest got caught. And Dominik has defeated former world champion Damian Priest. Big win for Dom. I think Priest probably... hopefully enjoyed putting over the young kid. Look at Raquel pushing Liv in.
Damian Priest cannot believe it. Well, it was a genius move by the Judgment Day, playing on the weaknesses of Damian Priest. That
Oh, Priest is gonna... He's got 2 minutes left in the show to wear out Dom here. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Poor Dom. Here's some chair shots for you, kid. Liv, like, I can't watch Liv selling it on the outside is great.
Damian Priest taking out his frustrations. He is just in complete disbelief, incredulous to the fact that Dirty Dom got the roll-up.
I agree, Julia. That's all I ask of anybody. I don't care what side you're on. Just go out and vote. Because I know the side I am on has a better chance of winning the more people who vote. who vote. So go vote. Everybody. All of y'all. Vote, 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 vote.
Mysterio, a man who is going to challenge for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship, is about to be utterly destroyed.
He already is
More? More?
in the ring, and Damian Priest is hovering for more.
It's only 59 past the hour by my clock. We got time for one more chair shot up the butt.
He's just standing over the fallen Bray.
One more time. Are they saying one more time?
Mysterio is your winner. I know it doesn't look that way.
Oh, Carlito. That was... Carlito, was that smart? I think we established how dumb he is last week.
And he lifts him right off the canvas.
Wow. Big South of Heaven coming to Dom. Live. Oh, the horror. The humanity. Liv is selling that like death. I expect like a social media picture of Dom later, like, you know, in the hospital bed where you got like the body cast and your arms in the thing. With Liv next to him, like with a sad face. Morphine drip. The whole deal. Well, I will say this. This was an incredibly mediocre episode of Monday Night Raw, but I knew it would be. I wasn't expecting anything too crazy tonight. Crown Jewel is this Saturday. There's not a whole lot left to set up, and I don't think we're going to see any major angles break until next week as we push to Survivor Series. So, Dominik getting the shock win in the main event. I like it. I'm down with that. That was fun, but the rest of the show, kind of largely forgettable, to be honest. And the Bloodline saga continues, bleeding over into Raw now as Jey Uso is trying to turn the corner. They had to shoot tonight's angle with Friday's angle already shot. So Jimmy Uso invited Jey to SmackDown, which is a show he already was at, that they filmed on Friday. So that'll come together on Friday, and then after Crown Jewel is when they're going to probably spend the rest of the time trying to turn Sammy. And I mentioned that they could save Sammy as being part of the War Games match to the go-home episode of Survivor Series. Like the go-home SmackDown. Sammy could come out and save Jimmy, Jey, and Roman, and finally coming together to form the War Games team, because up until that point, they were going in there a man down. And Sammy finally comes to his senses at the last minute. And now with him talking to Solo tonight, feels like there's a little bit of room between now and Survivor Series to play that out and stretch it a bit and make it a process to get Sammy on board. And I would not be surprised if they waited till the final week. You know how they had the big Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn hug, you know, after all that time off, you know, and they hugged and came together. It was just that wonderful moment. And, you know, maybe they can recreate that with Sammy coming out on the Go Home War Games SmackDown and helping out Roman and the Usos and joining the team to face, you know, Solo and Bloodline 2.0 at War Games. I feel like that's where they're going with this. So we will see. But it was an okay show. Still had fun watching it with you guys regardless. I'm probably going to drop predictions on you. I would say Wednesday or Thursday. It's not going to be a live stream. I'm just going to record quick 20 minutes. We'll run through the Crown Jewel card and I'll predict all the matches. Yeah, probably not tomorrow. It's going to be a Wednesday or Thursday thing, so keep a lookout for that. Also, Crown Jewel review link is already up. It's on the channel right now. We'll be doing that Saturday around Winged Eagle podcast time. I'm going to be coming up about an hour or two after the show goes off the air. And then on Sunday, our classic watch along for the link for the week is also up. So keep a lookout for all that. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door if you don't mind. And I will catch you in just a couple of days for predictions. Y'all have a good one. Peace.